Paul Rideout, and it means that United have failed to win a trophy for the first time in 6 years.
After such a season of controversy and disrepute, English football was looking to the final to erase some of its more tainted memories. But if the spectacle lacked a broad sweep of colour in the first half, it was at least wholesomely contested, with Everton unexpectedly having the better early sights of goal. Limpar the man denied there, but it was his pace and vision that were instrumental in giving his side the lead after 30 minutes. His break had found United uncharacteristically exposed. Stewart should have scored. Rideout did. The introduction of Ryan Giggs in the second half gave United wider options, but when they did find a way through, they were denied first by the woodwork, and then, in an increasingly frantic finish, by the enduring reflexes of Southall. A week ago, United were still seeking the double, yet they finished with nothing. For Everton, a grim season's battle against relegation has ended in unrestrained celebration. Kevin Urie, BBC News.
This attempt on goal, but the balance tipped on the half hour.
Still Matt Jackson. Oh, off the front for an out from Stewart. And then in.
From then on, Everton were never going to lose their grip or that 1-0 lead. In the second half, United came close to levelling the score, but like last Sunday, they couldn't cross the line.
I can't believe it.
His main course was a smoked chicken boudin with caramelised apple, potato...
as they made the traditional winners' tour in an open-top double-decker bus.
A triumphant return to the city of Liverpool for the Everton team that spent much of last season battling against relegation. Today, tens of thousands of fans lined the streets to welcome home the side that went to Wembley as underdogs, but returned with English football's most coveted trophy. In a city where football has been described as more important than life or death, Evertonians were out in force to show just how much they enjoy winning, finding any possible vantage point to catch a glimpse of their idols. The players who'd made Manchester United runners-up for the second time in a week were enjoying their success.
Well, it's an amazing feeling. We've all got sore mouths and faces with grinning, to be honest with you. And it's been a terrific trip back. A little bit rowdy, a little bit noisy, but they deserve it. They've been terrific.
Yesterday's victory means the Merseyside team automatically gains a place in European competition, and the players will now be looking forward to getting their hands on more trophies next year.
Set the odds yesterday to beat Manchester United 1-0 at Wembley.
A royal homecoming for the Everton manager and his triumphant team. For Joe Royle, his first season as manager could not have been crowned in a more fitting way. Goodison Park full of devoted fans. It's been 8 years since the Merseyside club has had reason to open its trophy cabinet. Loyal fans were there to make the most of it. It was Paul Rideout's first half header at one end and Neville Southall's impervious goalmouth at the other that helped propel the most famous piece of footballing silver to Goodison Park. The celebrations are likely to go on for some time yet, with the fans now savouring the thought of a place in next year's European Cup Winners' Cup. Duncan Kennedy, BBC News.
Top bus. Meanwhile, 35 miles away, the team they beat, Manchester United, had a somewhat more subdued homecoming.
It was the end of an 8-year wait for Everton fans to see their heroes bring home some silverware, and how they enjoyed it. The team's 1-0 victory at Wembley was not only an underdog's triumph, it also marked an amazing turnaround after the team looked doomed to relegation just 6 months ago.
It's still taking time to sink in, but obviously it's great for the club, great for the fans, and it's just what we deserve, really.
I think it's very important that we got away from relegation. and hopefully we won't have that problem again. But a cup trophy in our first year is absolutely brilliant.
Neville Southall, the goalkeeper who went home alone while his teammates partied last night, was reunited with them for today's carnival. The crowds were at their most dense outside Everton's Goodison Park home. After the worries over relegation, winning the cup and looking forward to a return to Europe was the perfect ending to a dramatic season.
But while Joe Royal's underdogs of war celebrate on Merseyside...
Good evening and welcome to the programme. Cup's coming. Everybody knows by now that Everton overcame the odds and took the FA Cup off Manchester United on Saturday. Jim Beglin, of course, is with me to discuss how they did it. And we'll be seeing the triumphant action of yesterday, homecoming. But first, Jim, were you one of those people away from Goodison who were surprised that Everton did it?
Not really, Bob. I always felt that Everton were capable of beating Manchester United. I think the surprising thing this season is that Manchester United have ended up with nothing.
As so often happens. Well, let's see the action from Saturday.
Perhaps the writing was on the wall for United as early as the second minute as Anders Limpar forced Peter Schmeichel into a near-post save. When Everton did take a 30th minute lead, United were simply caught with too many players forward. Limpar's pace did much of the damage. Graham Stewart should have scored. Paul Rideout, though, took his chance very well. In the second half, as Everton concentrated on protecting their lead, United looked more dangerous. Substitute Ryan Giggs crossed from McClare, whose header came back off the woodwork. Then Giggs went on another mazy run before cleverly setting up second substitute Paul Scholes, but Neville Southall proved unbeatable on the day. And man of the match Dave Watson realised every captain's dream by lifting the FA Cup at Wembley.
It's been 11 years since Everton fans were treated to this, and in November when Joe Royal took over, we looked doomed for relegation. Wembley was but a dream.
Never even thought about the cup. We've only thought seriously about the cup in the last couple of weeks since the semi-final. But even then, we had the bigger task, as it were, of getting away from the relegation zone. And we've ended up 5 points clear in the end. And I hope, and I'm fairly sure, that we'll never be near that again.
So with the silverware safely between the feet of Duncan Ferguson and on the head of Daniel Abkachi, the tour of Liverpool began. Police say that 300,000 people lined the route that took in Allerton, Queen's Drive, Goodison Park, Scotland Road and the city centre before winding its way to Egbert in the south of the city. Goodison Park was the highlight, with fans hanging from every possible vantage point.
Well, it's an amazing feeling. We've all got sore mouths and faces with grinning, to be honest with you. And it's been a terrific trip back. A little bit rowdy, a little bit noisy, but they deserve it. They've been terrific.
The team that nobody tipped, except me, has won the cup. It's sweet revenge for United's 1-0 win over us in the final 10 years ago. And so-called experts say it wasn't a classic game. Well, let me tell you, it certainly was, from my viewpoint.
Classic homecoming, though. Great scenes, and great scenes on Saturday, Jim. I was there among that 80,000 crowd. Just about.
Didn't he, Neville? I mean, he made 3 or 4 excellent saves, and it's been a great turnaround in the season, because I think if you go back to...
Here's our sports correspondent, Charles Lambert.
Everton's victory in the FA Cup final, the first under the sponsorship of Littlewoods Pools, has transformed the club's immediate prospects. And the Wembley win also means that of the 6 major football and rugby league trophies up for grabs this season, 5 have gone to North West clubs. The Division 1 Championship was the one that got away. The neutrals said it was hardly a vintage final, but for Everton, the goal that won the cup was simply a rhapsody in blue. United had their chances. For one reason or another, they didn't go in. Mostly, the reason was Neville Southall.
And it's played through to Scholes! Good stop, Scholes again, and another stop!
The Everton skipper, Dave Watson, hoisted the trophy that lit the blue touch paper among Everton supporters worldwide. Nowhere more so than on Merseyside, where over 300,000 fans turned out yesterday to welcome a team already looking to the future.
You've got a chairman that's got the amount of money it's needed these days. You've got a manager that knows what he's doing, and you've got enough fans to follow you. and it's a massive club, so I think we're on the way up, yeah.
The will to win's been instilled a bit more in everyone, I think, a bit more. Everyone's played a lot more passion and commitment, and you know, it's gone really well since the new manager's come over. We've only lost 6 out of 37, you know, and that's good form by anyone's standard.
Outside Goodison Park, the steelwork of Everton's new merchandise shop formed a perfect vantage point as the team came home. For the supporters, it ended an 8-year wait for a glimpse of silverware. For Peter Johnson, the millionaire businessman who took control less than a year ago, Saturday's result has huge implications.
It's amazing the difference one match makes when you consider that if we hadn't won it, next season would have been just going into an ordinary season, just escaped relegation, and now our horizons are so far wider. It's incredible. Evertonians can rest assured that when quality players become available, then Everton's hat will be in the ring, unlike the past 5 or 6 years.
Everton's triumph is another sign that the arrival of wealthy entrepreneurs is transforming the football scene.
I don't think you should compare me with Jack Walker by any means. I mean, we're in different leagues, but so are the two clubs to some degree. I mean, Blackburn has been was a famous old club, but it didn't quite have the pulling power of Manchester United, Liverpool and Everton. So that really does need a benefactor behind it. But I think the big 5, big 6 can pull the money through the gates and can get the sponsorships.
It's too simple to say there's a permanent shift of power away from Manchester, but it does mean competition for the prizes will be tougher than ever next season. And Everton fans, don't go away just yet. There's a bit more for you at the end of the programme.
As